same. Everybody want to know my name. Yeah, here comes the glass road. Yeah, here comes the glass road.
I heard through the grapevine that someone got a patent on Nanitro, like, and they thought it was like an original plant, and that stinky, funky, like, smell, like, they got a patent on it, and like the U.S. Patent Office actually agreed that that's an original thing, and they didn't ever buy seeds from the #1 seller of seeds on the entire internet in the United States. They never tested every strain from the #1 seller of seeds on the internet. Because in my opinion, does Badazz Rolex #3 smell like Nanitro #7? It smells like banana, like butter. It's exactly the same. So, like, are there things that naturally occur in marijuana? Like I said, yes. So, like, when you're patenting the person who, like, bred something that naturally occurs in marijuana, is that silly? So, I heard, okay, so there's the Future Cannabis Project or something like that on YouTube. They were talking about breeding. Everyone seems to be against patents. But then now, I feel like that was like 3 years ago, and now it's like, of course we're for patents. We own Nanitro, that smell, that flavor. It doesn't exist at the most popular seed company on the entire internet. Apparently, it used to be the most popular seed company on the internet. Now it's not. I'm talking about Seed Supreme. All I'm saying is that, like, I feel like marijuana patents are silly, and I feel like if you really want to, like, protect your plant, then it's not silly, like, if, like, you're keeping your individual genetics protected and, like, someone comes to your farm and steals from you, that's different. But, like, it's silly if you're like, I sold you seeds, you can't breed my plants. It's like, that's silly. So, like, I don't know how, like, the Nanitro thing happened with the patents. My understanding is there are a lot of marijuana patents. Like, every single day there are marijuana patents right now, and everyone's patenting their marijuana. And, like, everyone who's not patenting their marijuana is going, wait, what, everyone's patenting their marijuana? Like, I feel like I am probably going to get sued, and I'm never going to be able to prove that I have Nanitro #7 right now. Unless Alex makes a video about Badazz Rolex, and it's Nanitro #7, and it yields better, and it's, I think it was my tall one. Doesn't look the same. It looks different. It has a different smell. So I guess you can patent that. Like, you cannot smell and look and feel and have the same terpenes at the same time. Like, you can patent that. Can you patent, like, the smell? Like, I don't know. Like, I've reached the point with this marijuana, like suing people thing that, like, I just want to have something bomb and, like, have something that yields, and, like, that's the thing about, like, being pretty happy with 20%ers. Like, I don't need to hit super high in the potency department in order to like, convince myself that, like, I'm a good grower. Like, all I need is, like, 20%ers that I grow really well. So all I'm saying is, yeah, most of the Badazz Rolexes don't smell like that. More of the Nanitro smell like that than the other ones. But when you get the other smell, you prefer the other smell, just like the Nanitro, so just like the Badazz Rolexes. So that weed's gonna be really good. I just harvested that. I'm harvesting Velvet Breath right now. And, like, I have a lot of little tiny jars for, like, so I can take the individual seeds, because, like, part of my project, I didn't finish my video on it. Well, I did finish my video on it. Is, like, trying to figure out how to, like, create a land race type scenario where, like, cousins are breeding, because I feel like there's an assumption that, like, true genetic diversity is the best. If I go and get a plant from Jamaica, that's, like, the best way to breed this plant, when, like, I think land race is, like, possibly overrated when you consider the benefit of cousins. Like, plant cousins fuck each other so much. Like, plants that are in the same area, like, siblings have sex all the time. Like, it is a very, 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 very common thing for, like, two plants next to each other to get pollinated by the same plant. And if they're next to each other, trust me, the pollen from the plant directly next to it is gonna hit it more, like that much more, and like that will create that much higher of a probability that those plants will get passed down. And my entire breeding project's theory is that like I have these clones from like the 90s, and I like descendants that are just a little descended from the plants from the 90s. And like, if anything, like I'll come in and I think sour diesel's landrace. I think that skunks can be landrace. Like I think landrace is all about the effect on your plant. But I do think that like a plant that's bred with landrace has a higher tendency to be like a landrace plant than a plant that's not been bred with landrace. And that's why like, I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is that what I want is to create an environment that is more similar to nature, in order to stabilize these plants that have been inbred too much. Because let's face it, there's no way that Kim's sister has not come in too many times in the Gorilla Bubble line, and there's no way that Kim 91 hasn't come in too many times in all my in-house genetics lines, and probably in the London Pound Cake. Definitely in the London Pound Cake. So like I have plants that are descended from plants that are not in-house genetics plants that I can breed with, but I can do experiments with in-house genetics plants and not end up ever going in the marijuana business with their plants, because like I've heard that people are very serious about their genetics, and their argument is that I don't have a legal company, so like it wasn't intuitive to them that I was going to breed the plants or something like that, because I'm breeding in my house. And like, but like I had already told them like later, and like I don't even care. Like all I care about at this point is getting enough weed. Like I'm just like, please, like I need enough weed for the rest of the day so that I can get to my Sunset District tomorrow, because I think it'll actually be dry. I don't want to smoke it until it's actually dry, because my Gorilla Bubble's in there too, and I think that that's going to be strong, and I want to try it when it's dry. I need 7 days of curing. That's all I need is 7 days. So I'm trying to like not smoke. I'm trying to smoke shake. All right, so yeah, that I just want to let you guys know, these two plants, they are visibly different. They are, they taste or they smell very, very similar.